Battlestar Galactica was originally a 1970s TV show imagined by Glenn A. Larson, who was quite a visionary and TV entrepreneur when it came to entertainment. In 2004, his vision was reimagined for Battlestar Galactica, which ran for 5 seasons between 2004 and 2009. Stay tuned if you want to find out more about this rebooted franchise as I delve behind the scenes of this reimagined TV series. Welcome to Sci-Fi Fans, the home of trivia and chat, and I'm your host Wayne. So, Battlestar Galactica, the reboot, premiered on Sci-Fi Channel on October the 18th in 2004, beginning with a critically acclaimed mini-series. The phrase, "So say we all," was used as a ceremonial affirmation in the series, and this was actually ad-libbed by Edward James Olmsson during a speech given by Commander Adama in the miniseries. Edward James Olmsson had a unique clause in his contract that no strange aliens or monsters would ever appear on the show. He wanted to ensure that the story stayed focused on human drama, which is a bit of a contrast to the original series, where we did come across some strange and unique alien creatures. The show was developed by Ronald D. Moore, known for his work on Star Trek, The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, so somebody who'd already had an association and an affiliation with science fiction was behind this show. The iconic Cylon Centurions were created using a blend of practical effects and CGI, and this gave them a modern twist over and above the original. Mary McDonnell stars as President Laura Roslin, bringing depth and gravitas to the role of the reluctant leader. Now, that was a role that was added into the series because in the original 1970s series, we didn't have a President Laura Roslin. The show's complex characters and moral dilemmas earned it critical acclaim as well as a dedicated fan base. The series explores themes of survival, identity, and the nature of humanity, making it more than just a sci-fi show. And that is the trick with any show, is to make it about people. This is something that I think Godzilla Minus One achieved, because you have the cheesiness of the Monsterverse, where it's just monsters and Transformers. It's kind of like Transformers, but with monsters. But in Minus One, they made it very much a human story, and that made a big difference. And I think that's where this TV series thrives. The fleet's ragtag group of ships was inspired by the diverse group of survivors from the original 1978 series. Now, for me, the 1978 series was very forward thinking. It had strong female leads, a nice plethora of different characters from different backgrounds in senior roles. And so for me, for 1978, it was very modern. Even by today's standards, if they just tarted up the footage, you would think it was made today rather than 40 years ago. And that is one of those enduring factors of Battlestar Galactica. When Laura Roslin goes to the doctors and finds out that she has cancer, if you look carefully through the window, you will see the Firefly from Joss Whedon's series. You'll see that ship landing on one of their platforms. So are the two universes interlinked? Could be a fan theory, who knows? Leave your comment in the box below and tell me what you think. This series features a complex mythology, including the concept of the Lords of Kabul and the cycle of time, which add depth to the narrative. Now, in the original series, it was very much focused on Greek mythology and religion. Bear McCreary composed the iconic score for the series, blending traditional orchestral music with ethnic instruments to create the unique sound. The role of Gaius Baltar, played by James Callis, was pivotal as the character's actions and motivations added a layer of depth and intrigue, bringing along the suspense. Katie Sackhoff became a fan favourite as Kara Starbuck, and that was a change. So they gender swapped Starbuck, but in this series it works because it's more of a cool name, a bit like 007 can be given to somebody else. Although James Bond will always be James Bond, but whoever has that definition of 007 is 007. Now the original actor, Dirk Benedict, played Starbuck. So There you go. And they did play tribute to Dirk Benedict, I think. The series was known for its realistic depiction of space combat using handheld cameras and techniques that gave it a documentary feel to the footage, which worked. Tracy Heffler's portrayal of the Cylon Number 6 added a new layer of complexity and allure to the enemy forces. Now, that was something that is a big difference between this series and the original are the Cylons. So they're kind of a bit more like Terminators in the fact that they can impersonate humans, whereas Cylons in the original series were, you knew what they looked like. They had one appearance, they were one genetically modified cybernetic race, and that was it. Probably might have had something to do with the restrictions of the 1970s, but they certainly updated the Cylons in the series, and it does kind of work. The series was filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, and that is going to be my next holiday destination because it pops up an awful lot that these TV series from science fiction and fantasy were filmed there. So there you go. The show's dedication to exploring the ethical and philosophical questions made it a favourite among academics and sci-fi enthusiasts alike. So there you go. That's going to wrap up this video. So thank you so much for joining me. Delve behind the scenes of Battlestar Galactica. What do you think? Should they remake this show for a streaming service? Should they remake it into a film? Rumours are at the moment that it is going to be remade into a film and it is going to be remade into a TV series. But they've been saying that for a number of years now, and I wish they would get their finger out of their arses and do something about it. So that's it. That's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Do check out the shorts feed and the other content on the channel, and I'll be back very soon with some more fun trivia and chat. Take care.